Hey there, Warriors fans. Today we're diving into some updates that have the entire Golden State community on edge. Jonathan Kuminga, the young forward whose athleticism has become a vital piece for Steve Kerr's lineup, is facing another setback that's making headlines. Just a few games ago, Kuminga exited a matchup against the Spurs after just 12 minutes on the floor. At first, it seemed like a minor issue, something a bit of rest could resolve. But as the days passed, it became clear that the situation was more complicated than anyone anticipated. Now, 5 games later, the Warriors are still without him, with the latest being a missed game against the Utah Jazz, marking the 6th consecutive contest he has sat out. The concern stems not only from the absence itself, but from the uncertainty surrounding his condition. Coach Steve Kerr has received mixed reports, with the medical staff suggesting Kuminga is day-to-day. Yet the young star has been unable to participate in live drills. Kerr, having spoken directly with the 23-year-old, has noticed that Kuminga is not moving with the same fluidity and agility that has become his trademark. This hesitation to provide a definitive timeline has left fans and the team in a state of anxious anticipation. Kerr himself admitted that he couldn't provide encouraging news, reflecting just how much the Warriors rely on his presence. Jonathan Kuminga's journey with the Warriors has been a roller coaster. After earning a spot back in the starting lineup, he found himself returning to the second unit, grappling with a shooting slump, where he made only 18 of 47 field goal attempts in the 4 games leading up to his injury. For the season, he has averaged 13.8 points and 6.6 rebounds per game, numbers that underline his importance both offensively and on the glass. The forward's health is more than just a temporary issue. It is central to his career trajectory, particularly after recently signing a 2-year extension with the aim of renegotiating in the near future. Every minute on the court is an opportunity for Kuminga to prove his worth and secure the next big contract, making his current situation a critical concern for both player and team. Without Kuminga, the Warriors have struggled to maintain their usual rhythm. Kerr's confidence in the young forward has grown over time, with visible improvements this season contributing to the team's performance. Yet his absence exposes the team's vulnerabilities, particularly as injuries continue to pile up across the roster. Kerr openly admitted how much the team has missed him, noting that during games like the one in Miami, or more recently against Portland, the lack of energy and depth was evident. Kuminga brings a combination of athleticism, rebounding prowess, and intensity that no other player has fully replaced. The statistics paint a stark picture. Over the 5 games Kuminga has missed, the Warriors have allowed opponents to collect 14.2 offensive rebounds per contest, generating 19.2 second-chance points, compared to their own average of 13. That gap highlights how crucial his presence is in controlling the boards and limiting opponents' opportunities. Additionally, the team has struggled in the paint, losing the advantage his slashing ability provides. Every game without him feels like a constant uphill battle, as the Warriors attempt to compensate for the energy, athleticism, and versatility he brings. What's even more pressing is that Kuminga's role extends beyond numbers. His presence on the floor energizes his teammates and stretches defenses in ways that are difficult to quantify. Even if he has been inconsistent in scoring, his athleticism and ability to attack the rim create opportunities and force opposing teams to adjust. Steve Kerr's comments hint at concern, and while imaging tests will provide more clarity, the Warriors are already bracing for the worst-case scenario. If his condition proves serious, it could have ramifications for the team's system and strategy, potentially forcing changes at the trade deadline or adjustments in rotations to cover the void. Replacing Kuminga is no small task. While other players like Tracy Jackson-Davis can handle rebounding duties or rim protection, none match his scoring potential, especially in situations against defensively tough teams. Offensive depth has become a necessity in today's league, and the Warriors will need multiple personnel to step up if Kuminga's absence continues. Players like DeAnthony Melton may contribute once he is reevaluated, but the reality remains that the team's success hinges on having Kuminga healthy for the majority of the season. His importance goes beyond statistics. He is a catalyst for the Warriors' style of play, a versatile athlete who makes an impact every time he steps on the court. The challenges faced by the Warriors without Kuminga are mirrored by his own personal journey. From a young player navigating his way into the starting lineup to someone now positioned as a cornerstone of the team, his development is intertwined with the team's fortunes. The injuries may slow momentum, but they also underscore just how essential he has become. As fans, the anticipation of seeing him return grows with each game, and the hope is that his resilience and work ethic will allow him to come back stronger, ready to contribute to a team striving to maintain its competitive edge. Meanwhile, across the league, other narratives continue to evolve, but for Warriors supporters, Jonathan Kuminga's health is the focal point. Every missed game reminds the organization and its fans of the irreplaceable role he plays. KERR's management of the situation, balancing patience with urgency, reflects the delicate nature of handling a young athlete with significant potential. In every practice, in every drill, and in every matchup, the Warriors are aware that getting Kuminga back is not just beneficial. It is essential for maintaining their aspirations and keeping the team's identity intact. Even beyond the hardwood, the story of Kuminga resonates with a broader context of player development and team dynamics. The balance between health, performance, and career growth is delicate, and this situation exemplifies how one player's absence can ripple across every aspect of a team's strategy. Warriors fans are left watching, analyzing every update, every statement, and every minute of practice footage, knowing that the return of Jonathan Kuminga is more than just a box to check. It's a pivotal moment for the team's trajectory this season. While Warriors fans are anxiously tracking Jonathan Kuminga's progress, the spotlight has also shifted to another of the Bay Area's brightest stars, Stephen Curry, whose off-court ventures are creating as much buzz as his performances on hardwood. Curry has recently made headlines by stepping into a completely new arena, merging his love for sports with creativity in the entertainment world. Fans have been eagerly anticipating what he would reveal next after parting ways with Under Armour. And instead of unveiling a new sneaker line, Curry surprised everyone with an announcement about his animated film project. The news caught the attention of the sports world and beyond, demonstrating that Curry's influence stretches far beyond basketball. The animated feature, titled GOAT, is slated for release on February 13th, 2026, and promises to be a high-energy, sports-themed story set in a world populated entirely by animals. Curry is not only producing the film, but also lending his voice to a character, Lenny Williamson, a giraffe, marking his debut as a voice actor. He has spoken about the challenges of this process, noting how voice acting demands a different kind of energy and full-body commitment compared to playing basketball. For Curry, bringing a character to life with authentic emotion and enthusiasm is both a learning experience and an opportunity to express another side of his personality. The narrative of GOAT resonates with Curry's personal journey in multiple ways. The story follows a small goat named Will, who dreams of competing in roarball, a fast-paced, full-contact sport dominated by the fastest and most formidable animals. From underdog beginnings to achieving extraordinary goals, Will's journey mirrors Curry's path from a lightly recruited high school athlete to an NCAA standout at Davidson, and eventually to NBA superstardom. The film's themes of perseverance, determination, and chasing dreams larger than oneself echo the qualities that have defined Curry's career, adding a deeply personal touch to the project. With a voice cast that includes Gabrielle Union, Nick Kroll, Patton Oswalt, Jennifer Lewis, and several other talents, GOAT promises not only comedic moments, but also heartfelt storytelling, coupled with intense sports action that keeps viewers engaged from start to finish. Sony Pictures Animation is positioning the film to release around the NBA All-Star Weekend in Los Angeles, a strategic timing that aligns the excitement of basketball fans with the launch of this animated adventure. Curry's involvement elevates the project, signaling his intent to expand his influence into entertainment while maintaining his status as one of the most recognizable and marketable athletes in the world. The announcement also comes in the wake of Curry's split from Under Armour, which ended a 13-year partnership. During that time, the Curry brand flourished, but the company's restructuring efforts, including cutting $95 million in expenses and tightening operations, highlighted the mismatch between Curry's market value and the direction of the brand. By declaring himself a sneaker-free agent, Curry opened the door to explore new opportunities, experimenting with other brands and independent ventures. The move demonstrates his ability to pivot strategically, focusing on opportunities that align with his personal brand and long-term vision. Financially, Curry's departure from Under Armour is significant. With equity and potential earnings left behind, he is making a calculated decision to prioritize independence and creative freedom over remaining tied to a corporate entity whose vision no longer matches his own. The disparity between Under Armour's basketball business and competitors like Nike's Jordan brand highlights just how substantial Curry's market influence is. By stepping into the animation industry, which is valued at over $436 billion globally, Curry is leveraging his brand to enter a booming market with immense growth potential. His ability to adapt, innovate, and expand into new sectors reflects a mindset focused on long-term impact, not just short-term gains. GOAT itself represents a convergence of sports, entertainment, and entrepreneurship. Curry is taking the lessons learned on the court, discipline, preparation, leadership, and applying them to a creative project that requires collaboration, timing, and vision. He has spoken about the full-body nature of voice acting, noting how much energy, focus, and emotion are required to bring animated characters to life. This new endeavor is as much about storytelling as it is about skill execution, mirroring the intensity and preparation required for professional basketball at the highest level. Fans of Curry and the Warriors are witnessing a fascinating dual narrative unfold. On one hand, the team navigates the challenges of missing a key player in Kuminga, adjusting strategies and rotations to stay competitive. On the other hand, Curry is expanding his personal brand into entirely new territory, proving that his influence is not limited to scoring points on the court. His efforts in animation demonstrate a savvy understanding of culture, media, and business, showcasing an athlete who is thinking well beyond the confines of basketball. Moreover, the timing of GOAT's release is particularly compelling. Dropping the film in the middle of the NBA season, and near All-Star Weekend, allows Curry to maintain cultural relevance while highlighting his versatility as both an athlete and a content creator. Fans are not only anticipating the story of Will, the aspiring animal athlete, but also following Curry's broader journey, which exemplifies innovation, resilience, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. The project reflects his commitment to creating something meaningful, while simultaneously entertaining audiences and inspiring young athletes to chase their dreams, no matter how ambitious. Curry's pivot also underscores a larger trend in professional sports, where athletes increasingly seek control over their personal narratives, entrepreneurial ventures, and cultural influence. By moving into animation and storytelling, he is demonstrating that the skill set of a top athlete can translate into other domains, from business to media production. His engagement with the project, from producing to voice acting, illustrates a hands-on approach that mirrors the dedication he shows on the court. Curry's focus on building a long-term legacy is evident in every decision, showing that he is as committed to creating lasting impact off the court as he has been in his NBA career. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Whispers are swirling around the Golden State Warriors locker room, and the source of the storm seems to be none other than head coach Steve Kerr himself. In an unusually candid comment that has left fans and insiders buzzing, Kerr hinted at internal issues, suggesting that the team's chemistry might be under threat. According to sources close to the organization, Kerr has expressed concern that there's a player contaminating the squad, a phrase that has ignited speculation about tensions bubbling beneath the surface of a usually tight-knit roster. For a team that has prided itself on harmony and a shared culture of success, the statement is startling. Analysts are now dissecting every recent move, every sideline interaction, and even seemingly innocent social media posts for clues. Some insiders suggest this could be related to off-court behavior affecting morale, while others speculate about disagreements over playing time, strategy, or leadership roles. Whatever the cause, KERR's words have been interpreted as a clear signal that something or someone is disrupting the Warriors' rhythm. Fans are quick to point fingers, but the reality is murky. The roster is filled with stars known for their professionalism, but history shows that even the most disciplined teams are not immune to internal friction. Could it be a veteran struggling to adjust to evolving team dynamics, or a younger player testing boundaries in a high-pressure environment? The uncertainty has fueled a wildfire of debate across forums and sports talk shows. Each analyst seems to have their own theory, and the rumor mill is operating at full throttle. What makes this revelation even more tantalizing is KERR's reputation for diplomacy and discretion. For him to publicly suggest contamination within the squad hints at frustrations that have likely been simmering for weeks, if not months. Sources claim that locker room meetings have become more frequent, and internal discussions about accountability and culture are now taking center stage. For the Warriors, a team accustomed to riding high on camaraderie and shared ambition, this development could be a turning point. Whether the issue is resolved quietly behind closed doors or escalates into a headline-grabbing saga remains to be seen. But one thing is certain. The murmurs of discontent are impossible to ignore, and the Warriors' inner circle will be under intense scrutiny as fans eagerly await the next chapter of this unfolding drama. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.